Hey everybody, before we get into this 10-minute review of the first 2 episodes of The Mandalorian, I just want to let you know about our sponsor. It's a film called Sir John A. and the Curse of the Anti-Quenched. It's a fun film. You can check it out on iTunes, Amazon, or wherever you get your movies. Check out curseoftheantiquenched.com. All right, so we're going to do...
15 minutes?
10 minutes on the first 2 episodes.
Let's do 15. Give them a little extra time for each episode, because I got a lot to say.
You got a lot to say. You have... 15 minutes worth of stuff to say. I'll set it for 10, and if you go over, then you go over.
I'll go over.
Okay. Okay. So I'm hitting the 10-minute timer now.
All right. Well, let's start. I guess let's start with episode 1.
Yeah.
I didn't know what when I was watching it. I wasn't.
Wait, can I ask? Did you know what anything it was about? Did you know like any type of plot?
Not really. I just knew it was about. I mean, a cool armor, Mandalorian armor, and that's
me too. That's all.
That's as much as I knew, right? I knew Jon Favreau was doing it, which I was excited for, and I didn't know that at the time. But Dave Filoni was the one that directed the first episode.
Yeah. So, for those who don't know, like me, why is he important?
He does all. Well, he did. I think Clone Wars. I don't know if does he do other.
Yes,
I don't know if
him.
he did other cartoons, but.
Now I see his face because he was on that Jon Favreau food show that's on Netflix.
Oh, is he? Well, that's probably why he was on there.
Yeah, promoting. They were probably working on the Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So I think the first episode, it starts off pretty, like it's a very slow beginning. And to me, I didn't know where the show was going yet. Like it had a lot of origin trilogy, the original trilogy kind of feel to it, which was
like
nice.
Moments like the bar. Like this guy doesn't like you kind of vibe.
Like there's a bunch of little things. Even there's a holiday special line in there as well, like mentioning of Life Day, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, I don't know how I felt about it because I couldn't really relate to the main character because we can't really see his face, right? Like it's kind of like that Judge Dredd kind of feel that Boba Fett, but even I don't know. Because this is our main character.
So you didn't like that?
I wasn't sure how I felt about it, right?
Okay.
Like there was little moments I liked when that guy gets sliced in half in the door. I was like, okay, like Disney's going places. It's like it's not like totally family friendly, right? People are dying. That's cool. I'm glad with that. I do like the feel of it, but I don't know. And then there was the initial bounty guy. I wasn't really feeling him. I don't know. Just the show felt just slightly off to me.
Okay.
At first.
Okay.
It's not till he got to the planet, I forget what it's called, and he meets the short Nick Nolte character.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, you finally get to see him and he talks more, right? Like he's reacting more.
Right.
And then you get to the robot. I think it's an IG-88.
Oh yeah, that was great. That was Taika Waititi.
Yeah,
wasn't
it was
Yeah.
Taika Waititi. And it's as soon as it got to the planet there, that's when I was starting to, okay, I'm liking, like, they kind of got into that groove and I was finally like connecting to it, especially like the banter that they have between him and the Nick Nolte. I forget his name, but
I forget too, but
he's a great character.
I have spoken.
Yeah, I love that. Like that's like a little detail. I love it. And so you got that guy, and then the robot, the IG-88, I believe it's called.
Yeah, I don't know if that's IG-88, but it's...
Is it not a IG-88?
I think it's a version of IG-88.
Okay.
But it would be cool. They never confirm if it's him, do they?
I don't think so. I thought it was him.
They have since confirmed a bunch of stuff online, apparently. I don't know anything about that yet, though.
But I will say, the first half, I wasn't sure. The second half solidified. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm really liking the show. And then it ends... Which of course I watched it like day of when it got released, and I'm like, crap, I gotta wait like 4 more days to see the next one. Like this is ridiculous.
Excuse me.
Because I love the Baby Yoda. Everyone loves Baby Yoda. Who doesn't love Baby Yoda? What were your thoughts on the first episode?
As soon as it opened, I was super excited about it.
Okay.
I'd also been filming and working with some people prior to that, and the whole time they were like, gotta see that. You gotta see that. You gotta see that. So, yeah, I don't know. I was like, I had pizza, I had wine. Like I sat down to watch it. I was so excited because it's like a new Star Wars thing.
It is.
As much as I kind of push against the new Star Wars, the feature versions. I love Star Wars, and I'm happy about all new Star Wars.
I will say episode 1 got me more excited for episode 2 than episode 8 has gotten me excited for episode 9 of the new like feature. You know what I mean? Like I'm more excited to watch the next Mandalorian than I am episode 9 right now.
Yeah. So yeah, my initial thoughts were like, okay, they're playing it safe, starting in the bar with, you know, some familiar things. I saw the whole thing coming, like, oh, there's this guy and people are bullying him. We're going to be made to think like the Mandalorian's going to save him, but really he's just there to collect a bounty. Like
We saw that coming. I
saw that coming a mile away, but,
of course.
But I was happy about it, you know?
But again, to me, it wasn't clicking with me until I got to until he started talking more and just kind of reacting to things around him. That's where I think that's where they're at. And that's exactly what episode 2 was. And I loved episode 2. Episode 2 was so strong. It's great for this character because it's just like this very serious type of character. You don't really know about his backstory too much. It feels very like Man Without a Name, kind of old school Western. But he's thrown into these circumstances, like him, like crunched up in the Jawa ship, like in the Jawa vessel thing, and just things like that are great. Of just that was the great thing about this show as well. And episode 2 goes further into it. Is they're showing you things we've never seen before in Star Wars, and they're just mundane things. Like I never knew I wanted to have Jawas fighting, but it's so damn good. Like, absolutely love it. I never thought I would want a Yoda species, what it would look like as a baby, but dear God, it's the cutest thing ever. And they did, like, I think you described it, where they did the greatest job of making it look 50 years old as well as a baby.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I will say this though. So there is, like, I just want to say a few things about Baby Yoda. Obviously, it's insanely cute, but you know, in a movie, it's just like people say, like, oh, it's too violent. They went too far. It's way too violent.
Right.
They went too cute.
Really?
I don't know.
I'm really liking it. I don't know. I'm really liking the cuteness.
It's funny. Just it's so overwhelmingly cute.
It is that it almost feels out of place in this show.
Yeah, it's like it's its own weird thing.
That's what I like about episode 2 is it's the Mandalorian thrown into these weird circumstances, like getting an egg. Like it shouldn't fit. Right? Like it feels like a serious character thrown into these ridiculous situations, like fighting Jawas and dealing with literally a baby Yoda the entire time. But it works really well.
So Disney did confirm that Baby Yoda is the love child between Yoda and...
no, don't. Why would you ruin that for me? I don't know these things.
Well, okay, I think it's...
I don't want this confirmation. I want the mystery of learning it as we go.
Okay,
right?
well, I will say, though, it is like... Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be better if it was a clone or B, it could just be like another species.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought it was until now.
Also, Yoda goes so hard in the paint with like Anakin telling him like not to like date Padme, you know? And then here he is like getting some side action from Yaddle, you know?
I mean, are we sure that that's a full-on Disney confirmation? Or
I know they confirmed some stuff.
Well, I'm hoping that that's not... completely accurate. I'm excited to see where episode 3 brings us.
Yes, we will be doing some more of these.
Yeah, probably like 3 and 4 next time we get together.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really liking what they're doing, and I think really episode 2 is my favorite so far. Like episode 1, I really liked half of it. The first half was like I wasn't sure. This one, I loved it like the whole way through.
Second one, yeah.
Fight from like just this entire time. Funny enough, too, my girlfriend is not into Star Wars, not really. And I sent her a picture of Baby Yoda, and she's like, "What the hell is this?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's from the new episode of The Mandalorian." I was at my friend's place when we were just watching it. And next thing you know, because I'm like, oh yeah, it walks. Next thing I get home, and she had watched the entire episode just because of the cuteness of Baby Yoda.
That's funny,
right? Like I thought that was so. It's so powerful on the that is going to be.
they're going to sell so many toys.
Oh,
That's also
so
what,
many toys.
what went through my head when I saw it. I was like, oh, they're trying to sell toys.
But at the same time, I mean, that's the quintessential Star Wars. It's been like that since the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Like Lucas has gotten the rights for the toys, which made him what he is today.
Oh yeah,
much.
yeah.
But no, I don't know. I am down for Baby Yoda. I am maybe not down for what maybe Disney potentially has confirmed on who is Baby Yoda. I don't really like that, but I'm excited to see where it goes from here.
Yeah, we
And-
don't know 100%.
Yeah,
like
it's-
who knows, right?
I will say it's a good step when it comes to Disney and Star Wars specifically, as people were kind of getting worried about Disney kind of taking over Star Wars. But now,
that's
is
the
that
10
it for
minute
10?
there, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought we went on a lot longer. So I'm just going to finish up my thought
yeah.
I think they're doing a great job, especially for live action. I want to see more. Like I think they're in the talks of bringing up an Obi-Wan Kenobi
Show with
prequel
Ewan
show
McGregor.
with Ewan McGregor.
I
that
heard
might be
he
coming up in a
was
few
signed
years.
on, like he's like signed.
He's been trying to get one going. Like he's been down since the beginning, pretty much.
Do you know they tried to do a series like a long time ago when episode 1 was being shot?
Really?
Yeah, I think they even shot some footage of it, but it ended up being scrapped.
I don't know if it would have been any. Like I think it might be better now than it would have been back then. Needless to say, there might be some good things happening for Star Wars. Who knows? Maybe episode 9 might actually be good. I don't know. But Mandalorian is bringing back the original kind of feel to it. A lot of animatronics, a lot of puppetry, and it feels hokey. But that's Star Wars should have a hokey feel to it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it's supposed to. It's a little silly. You gotta go in with a little silliness, and that's why I think it works well.
Yeah. Do you think they went to Tatooine, where the Jawas were? Are the Jawas like a species that travels across?
Asking that. Like I'm like, are they specific species to that? They must be in the outer rim, like of that region.
Yeah, maybe they're
planets.
like it's just an outer rim thing, but it did kind of look Tatooine-y.
It did, and I don't know how I feel about that going specifically, but at the same time,
Like there's only 6 planets in this.
yeah, but it's all we know.
But they do a good job too of like telling you when it is without telling you when it is. Oh, he tries to get paid in Imperial credits. Oh, the Empire's dead. Oh, we know exactly when it is.
Exactly.
You know?
Like it's pretty. Yeah, it doesn't feel too
exposition-y.
Exactly. It doesn't feel too exposition-y without that crawl at the beginning. So I am interested to know more, I will say, about the Mandalorian lore.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a thing.
Because that's looking cool. We've got like a small glimpse of that at the beginning, and she was wearing that like kind of almost Greek type of helmet.
It felt
I'm like, that is a badass helmet.
It felt very like video game-esque or D&D-esque. Like, oh, go here, get the thing, get new armor.
But you know what? I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's awesome.
It feels cool. And I know a lot of people will say, and I've noticed some that bringing up the fact of if sometimes it feels like the show's maybe showing like a lot too many Easter eggs. Like you've got like the Christmas special thing. You've got the Frozen in Carbonite.
Yeah.
Which, of course, I remember watching it the first time. Like, well, technically the Frozen in Carbonite, you know, if I want to get technical... that wasn't actually like a norm, right? Like that,
no.
they weren't. No, but
that was something Vader wanted.
But
maybe
at
it
the
was
same
like
time,
they learned from it. They're like, yeah, you can do it.
That's what I'm thinking. It's been 5 years. People have heard that Boba Fett froze someone. Like, oh, that's super easy. That doesn't kill anybody. That's the easiest way to transport anybody.
Yeah.
And it kind of just became I guess a trick of the trade. That's my guess for it. If I was going to. Anyways, yeah, if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry we ruined it for you, but you should start watching it right away.
You should have known that. You should have known that getting into this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we'll be back with more Mandalorian stuff and possibly just talking about Disney Plus.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. And be sure to follow us on Twitter @Lost Commentary, on Instagram @Raiders of the Lost Commentary, and like us on Facebook.
I'll be back.